Good morning. It's Pastor Ray. It's somewhere around 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm here at Bethel Lutheran Church, and we're having our weekly check-in today. Thanks for joining me. If you're able to, this morning I am sounding echoey maybe through the phone or your device. I'm in the kind of chapel or prayer room area of our sanctuary. This is where it's kind of where that big door, if you're sitting in our sanctuary, there's a big door that the pastors come in and out of after we vest. And this is that little prayer room. Ideally, we thought that when we built this building, we would leave this room open 24/7 for prayer. People come use this outside door, but then have no access to the inside. However, safety concerns prevailed, and we ended up not exactly using it for that purpose. It's still a prayer room, and it's still a beautiful, beautiful place. Unfortunately, we sometimes use it more for storage than we do for decisive praying. But it's a beautiful little space. You can see some of the architectural features behind me that are those square holes that go into our sanctuary area. This cross that's just over my shoulder is the original cross that hung in the old sanctuary when I first got here some 26, almost 27 years ago now. And a beautiful piece. In fact, the starry stuff around the cross, that was one of the first projects that we did when I first got to Bethel Lutheran Church. We were kind of trying to revitalize our sanctuary a little bit, and we bricked the back part of the wall. We added that star feature to the back of the cross, and did some other things, and that was kind of our first very small success, but it did lead to a lot of further faithfulness and further successes along the way, and I'm so glad that so many of you were a part of that. I'm also in the prayer room today because it's a place I like to be. It is very quiet except for the road and the cars that go by on occasion, but it's very peaceful in here, very high ceilings, and it's a place to pray. And today's a prayerful day. We have several people in our prayers specifically. Yesterday I went to the hospital and saw Judy Harvey's mom, Virginia Maurer, who had hip surgery yesterday and is recovering. And then also one of our members, Pat Wygant, was also in the hospital here in Grove City doing some testing, and we wanted to see her. It's been a while since, we've been so free to be able to visit people. We have that freedom now, and I couldn't be happier. I have to tell you, not that I live to go and visit people in the hospital, because that's a tough time for people. But as a pastor, when we're able to have access into people's lives and be able to be there at those critical moments, it's really important. And it really, for me, it was a kind of reinforcement of all those things that we try to achieve and we try to do here at our church. And so that was great. I'll probably be at the hospital again today at some point down the line. The other person that I think we need to pray for is our good friend Mark Papik, who had a little stumble, I hear, yesterday, and ended up breaking his leg. In a couple places, I hear. I've not talked with Mark specifically about that yet. He emailed me about it. We're going to talk later, but keep Mark in your prayers, certainly, for health and healing in these days, weeks, and maybe months ahead of therapy. Nonetheless, we certainly want what's great for Mark and wholeness and healing, as I said. So other things, we have our St. Matthew's meal coming up this Saturday. So we'll be down in Lockbourne, our second campus, doing the good work of feeding folk in need down in that part of southeast Franklin County. And we always look forward to that, especially this Saturday morning when our youth are our primary servers. We usually have a combination of adults and some young people who might be along with their parents or something like that. This time, however, it's very youth directed. And so both this Saturday and next Saturday, our young people are the primary people assisting our clients, our guests, with food distribution and one-on-one interaction and activity, which is critically important. And so we're looking forward to that, and looking forward to the gifts that God has given them to share with other people and with our church. They're a critically important part of our congregation and our family of faith. So we're looking forward to that. We are continuing to collect all those food items, of course, that we give away during these community meals. And so thanks for all that you've been giving so far. In fact, I think I posted a picture maybe a couple days ago now of just an abundance of donations that had come in that day. And I just wanted to be thankful, and then also just to remind people that, that's just an ongoing process for us, right? I can't tell you how many, probably thousands of pounds of food has come into our church and out of our church. And that doesn't even include our partnership with Mid-Ohio Food Bank, the food that comes in from them and goes directly out within that week. So great stuff. We're excited about that. We're excited about some summer programming coming up. We're going to have multiple times. We have food trucks here at this main campus after church to help our fellowship out, hopefully good days. We're going to do some outside worshiping this summer. We have a July 2nd event. That's when the fireworks here in Grove City are going off. So we've already got over 100 people that have signed up for car spaces here at the church lot. We block things off here. We have security and police present on our property so that our folk and our friends and partners in our ministry here can have a very safe and very enjoyable time watching the fireworks. We're lucky to be on a piece of property that sits close to where they're going to be shooting them off. It's a little bit farther away this year, but we still should be able to see them just fine. And we're looking forward to that. That's July 2nd, July 4th. We're having an outside worship. And again, the food trucks. Also, July 12th is our week of Vacation Bible School. We've got our high school youth going on a mission trip to West Virginia this summer, and we're looking forward to supporting them in that endeavor. That's always a great experience for our young people. And just, worship every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Most Saturdays, on occasion, we'll not have a Saturday service, like on July 3rd, no Saturday service, because we're having an outside July 4th service, and we had just been here July 2nd for the fireworks. So we'll note that and continue to remind people. But, we have weekend worship, and we have Bible studies and other activities. I know our older folk, I shouldn't say older folk, our guiding light folk, our retirees mostly, but really all of ages, are going to have a fun event today. They're going for lunch to the Olive Garden and then off to our seminary. Both Pastor Wise and myself graduated from Trinity Lutheran Seminary, which is here in town, now a part of Capital University in Bexley, and they'll be touring the seminary, and that tour will be led by our student, who's a current student at the seminary. The person that I supervise, Ian Bowden, is going to lead the tour over to the seminary, so that should be fun for them. I'm hoping to get over there and haunt my old haunts. So a good day for that group and so many other groups that get together here at our church. As always, we're excited to be in partnership with all of our members and with those who can only watch online because you're at a distance or you're just not quite ready yet to come back to church. This Sunday, we're going to give a go at worshiping together with no masks, or I should say optional masks, right? If you're fully vaccinated, you have the option not to wear a mask. Some people will continue to wear masks. Some people will continue to want to be a little bit socially distanced. That's all great, and we know that people are all over the spectrum on this stuff, and we want to allow that. So we have a sign about masking in our building, but one of the things we say at the very end is that our church is a no judgment zone. We know that masks, unfortunately, become a very political issue as well as a health issue, and that's not what we're about. We just want safety. We want health. And so when people are all over the map, when it comes to masks, we have to respect that and honor that. But here at our church, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. I think the CDC has said as much, and we are following CDC guidelines. So we're excited about that, and hopefully it's just, with being able to go and visit the hospital anytime that I want to, or Pastor Wise needs to be able to worship without masks, to have a little more freedom, really kind of lets our ministry stretch out a little bit more. It seems like it's been so confined over the past year and a half, so I'm excited about that. But equally excited that we seem to have found new friends online. And I hope that you continue to feel comfortable in watching on Sunday mornings, worshiping with us. We so enjoy your presence. In fact, I was in Jackson, Mississippi this past Sunday, visiting my son who's on a law internship in that city for the summer. And it was Sunday morning. We're having breakfast at the hotel. And because of the time change, I'm like, oh, it's worship time in Ohio. So I flipped it on and watched it as well. So it is a great asset to have, and we will continue always to be online. Don't worry about that. So you'll always have that. And so I thank our long distance partners for your partnership in our ministry together as well. Having said all that, it's just always good to check in with you. I hope you're well. And may God bless you this week, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning, bringing you God's word, sharing the sacrament of Christ, and being a family together again. Thanks so much. Have a great, great day. Bye now.